mine like no, and I can't just let you go. Tried like you don't know, just cause you're sweeter than the cocoa. You're sweeter than the cocoa. You're sweeter than the cocoa. You're sweeter than that cocoa, you don't know. Sweeter than that cocoa. You're sweeter than that cocoa, you don't know. You're sweeter than the cocoa, right? Sweeter than that cocoa, right? I hear you, Lisa.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Archangel, aka Young Ange, and I want to thank you so much for clicking on this video here. We are here today for a special reaction video to a movie that has just recently. What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Archangel, aka Young Ange, and I want to thank you so much for clicking on this video here. I really appreciate it. If it's your first time on my channel here, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that like button if you rocking with this reaction video or this discussion review video. And yeah, make sure you rocking with your boy. Hit the comments. Make sure you guys let me know what you guys thought of what we're doing today. Is Malcolm and Marie, starring Zendaya and John David Washington, directed by Sam Leavington, I believe his name is. Leavingson, excuse me. So yeah, thank you so much again for clicking on this reaction video here. This predominantly is a music artist page, so please make sure you guys hit that description in below so you guys can check out my Valentine Day kind of like R&B tape entitled Violet Flame. So I really would appreciate y'all giving you boys some support and checking that out. Y'all can hear a little bit of the beats, a little bit of the beat in the background right now, so make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Appreciate it. Alright, so we are here today to discuss Malcolm and Marie. Just watched that. It just came out on Netflix. I just watched it like yesterday or so, but I said let me go ahead and do a reaction video or review essentially of what I thought about the movie. And I initially thought it was gonna be a little bit shorter. I wasn't sure what to expect, kinda. You see a couple of trailers, but essentially you have John. So you have John playing Malcolm, and then you have Zendaya playing Marie. And essentially, so the movie kind of starts off where you have Malcolm. So spoiler alert as well. Please make sure that. So if you haven't gone and seen it already, please make sure you guys go check it out. I definitely liked it and enjoyed it. I'll say that from now. So yeah, it's a little bit more on like the romantic side kind of a movie, but it's like it's a very in-depth movie that I feel that gives you a lot of different perspectives of a scenario. Malcolm is an up-and-coming filmmaker, and in his way in Hollywood, and he is trying to get and he just put out a movie that he put like his all into, and he's waiting to hear what the reviews are. So he wants to come home, he wants to celebrate with Zendaya, his girl Marie, and she, you can kind of feel like there's a little bit of tension as soon as the movie starts, just because she's not really feeling he's giving, how he was feeling throughout the night and whatnot. She just goes out on the porch, smokes her cigarette, and just like, like barely answering him, not really giving him that sort of attention, really in the same vibe that he was in. And there, as the movie goes on, conversation progresses and whatnot, you happen to see arguments start to spew, and he's trying to have his night that he's been working so hard for, and he's finally got it, but she wants to kind of argue, or not necessarily argue. She doesn't seem happy, and he's asking her, what's wrong. And it came down to, he didn't exactly give her the recognition that he expected, that she expected, excuse me. Based off the film that he put out, she thinks that she deserved a thank you in the least. And, I think she was in the right for it. I think she was in the right for it based off, how things kind of progressed throughout the movie. And so one thing that was done in the movie, which you're really tugged back and forth between, all right, you know what, she's right, he's right, she's right, he's right, but at the end of the movie, is there anybody really right in the scenario based off all the things that happen? Because it really shows an in-depth very common nowadays. You know, a different scenario in a relationship where it's like you take someone for the good and the bad, and you know, due to his pride, and her, due to his pride and just how he didn't respect her enough to kind of like give her the recognition for all the things that she provides and makes his life easier, or that contributed to him being able to even be in that situation. And you know, she comes home upset, like having all right to be upset, even cooks for him mac and cheese, and he's like yelling across the house, eating mac and cheese, disrespecting her, kind of thing. And it's not funny, but he was great. I really enjoyed the acting inside the film as well. I really did enjoy the acting. It was an interesting character. I feel that John played, or the Malcolm. I feel like it was an interesting approach at the character, but I also see it from a perspective, just like all the different things that they tied in. They tied in on a lot of different important concepts, from the perspective of relationships, as well as perspectives from as a young actress in Hollywood, as well as the perspective of what's it like trying to be a film director, or someone trying to write a script, and what it feels like to get these reviews from all these predominantly Caucasian people, just say not understanding the real in-depth meaning behind the artwork. You know what I mean? So that's something that was really bothering him. And you see, it was really laid out very well, because it goes from a night that goes perfectly well from one side's perspective. Other person's mad, things start to escalate. You know, you want to see why your girl's upset or whatever, what happened, and you know, he starts comparing her, and eventually like she kind of like throws stuff back, and then, or you know, just like not throw stuff back, but just it got to a point where there's a bathroom scene, and that was kind of like one of, like, I feel like where stuff really erupted, and it's something that he didn't necessarily. It was crazy. It was just the stuff that he was saying. It was kind of like, you know, he was really twisting the knife in there, you know. And there was another, and Zendaya, again, her acting was amazing. Like, I think I watched Euphoria. Watch out for those Euphoria reaction videos as well. Those are coming as those are supposed to be coming soon. I love her in that show. She's amazing in Euphoria. I can't wait for season 2. I didn't do season 1 just because I just started reaction videos after that. But yeah, yeah. So her acting was amazing in this video, because in this movie, because there was a scene where she was acting like. She was questioning him. She asked him, "How come you didn't cast me in the movie when it's, you know, spoiler alert, like based off of me? I could have been so much better, because this is my life. This is everything based off of." And you know, he's arguing, saying, "Hey, no, it's not based off of you. I know a lot of people like you." But despite that, you know, she was there giving him like the pieces and whatnot, and she just wanted to thank you. But there was a scene where she tricked him into, you know, believing that she wasn't clean, right? Because basically the script is, again, she was on, spoiler alert, she was on a drug addict, and he ended up taking her to rehab one night, and they kind of fell in love, and things like, you know, it transcended from there. It's not exactly how it went, but kind of like that. And you had and like just her acting in that one scene was phenomenal. Just because it gives you a lot of different moments where you're feeling for the character on one side, like you feel him from one perspective, you feel her from one perspective, and you can be super upset, you can be super sad, and then all of a sudden, like, you kind of like it kind of gives you like a fear moment. Like it makes you go through a series of emotions, which is like a great aspect to have in a movie. You don't really get that, I find, too often as of lately. You know what I mean? So it kind of brings you through a trail of different emotions. even like laughter. You know, there are points in the movie which like I laughed like I think a predominant like a very good amount of the movie as well, right? And yeah, guys, it was a dope movie. I would definitely recommend it. Rated R though, so there's a little. If you're a youth out there, I don't suggest you watch it. But it gives you on a perspective on relationships where it's like you see that one person is willing to do a limited amount of things for someone else, and they can be taken for granted, as well as, you know, people will kind of, in relationships, a lot of the time, people, I think, I always call it like the me aspect. People always look at what I do for you, or how things affect me. I think everybody has that me aspect, and there's nothing wrong with that, but like, you don't consider someone else's point of view or feelings or opinions, or you know, just how that's gonna affect them. And you know, there's again, like that bathroom scene, like stuff that he was saying to her, just like for to be spiteful, you know what I mean? That was crazy. That was great. That was great acting on her part, because for the she didn't cry for most of it. I was expecting it to hear a lot earlier, but she held that in. But I think what really sold it was how she, you know, there was a whole thank you scene at the end, where she kind of broke it down for him, how you might be right on the stuff that you've been saying, but this is why this ain't gonna fly, kind of thing. And like, this is why I'm not okay with the person I am right now, because this is it's too toxic. Like, I care about you more than I care about myself, and that's never safe. That's never healthy. That's never, you know, you want to be the best person possible, best version of yourself possible, and that's kind of stuff that she was still trying to get to that point, and he allowed her to, obviously, but it wasn't something that he really you know, valued and cherished her. Like, you know, when you don't see someone hitting their full potential, I think along the lines, like, if you see someone in a relationship, or you're in a relationship, you don't see someone at their full potential or whatnot, you know, you could like break it down for them, saying like, yo, what's up, like, what, like, I don't see that you're driven, or whatever the case may be, but you know, as he says, like, he gave her opportunities, or like, you know, look at the surrounding that we have, you just got to keep on fighting. And as a black man, I completely understand, like, you got to be that you know, that you got to constantly win. Like, that's how he puts it. Like, you got to be, whoever is the best, you got to be better than the best all the time. And that's like, that's real shit. That's real, you know, that's real spit, you know. And like, just, but when you're with that person, just kind of like, as well, throwing the shots, saying that like, this is all the stuff that I see you not doing, or this is how come you won't amount to anything, like, this is what you're lacking, you know. You're not saying what this is what you guys present it in a way, it's like, this isn't what you're lacking, but this is what you know, how do you become the best version of yourself possible, what do you see for yourself, kind of thing, you know. But just how it was presented in the film, I think was very well done, and I would recommend, you know, anybody to go check it out if you want to see a little bit of a different movie. I'm more of a Marvel guy, but at the end of the day, no disrespect, but you know, just like, I love action movies. But again, it's dope script, great acting. Shout out to John David Washington, as well as, you know, the fabulous Zendaya on not just a great film in terms of acting, as well as, one more time, his name is, make sure I get it right. No, I don't want to disrespect nobody. Also, Sam Levinson for writing like a dope script. I saw like a little bit of a clip where they were all making it together. But yeah, shout out to him as well for coming up with the what I think was a great way to display a relationship in all the different sides of it, of a potential and possible toxic relationship. because not all the relationships go that way, but it's definitely, I think, a lot of relationships, or all relationships, can go to a point where it's like, I see all the stuff I'm doing for you, and you have no idea the stuff that I'm doing, that you're doing, that, you know, it's, I have it in a song, actually, you know, I wrote it in a song where it's kind of like, you know, you can't fathom half the things I do for you. I wrote that in a song where it's like, you can't fathom half the things I do for you. So I think the things that I think I do for you, you think that I feel as if personally, this, because like I know how this stuff, how I know, like, in my day-to-day it's exhausting, it's tiring, and I still go out of my way to try and do things that would make you happy. And I think both sides of the relationship think that way, right? So you can't fathom half the things I do for you, and both sides of the coin, both people are actually thinking that way. So when both people are thinking that way, you know, it's there, that's where those jabs come back around, being like, all right, I did this for you, I did this for you, or you're not amounting to this, or this is what makes me more valuable, this is what I'm bringing to the table versus what you're bringing to the table. Is because you can't even you're not even processing, like, you think the other person isn't bringing nearly as much as you, as when it comes to an argument. Sometimes just when things break down like that, like, yo, I did this and this, the other person comes back, says, I did this and this, and then you're both thinking like, yo, you don't even know, like, I'm going out of my way to do this type of thing, you know what I mean? Both of you guys are thinking that. Neither of you are wrong, but at the same time, it's like, you know, neither of you can fathom half the things y'all do for each other. But anyways, that's just a little bar from one of my tracks there. So make sure y'all go ahead and check that out. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out my music, because I got tons more that are way more in depth than that. So I appreciate it. It's your boy Archangel. This was my review to Marie and Malcolm. Again, I think it's a dope movie. I hope y'all go ahead and check it out, especially all my African Americans, all my black folk out there, anybody who just might be in a toxic relationship. Or you don't feel you're valued, or you don't feel as if like the person cares about you enough, or you've been through that, you single and you just been through that, or you know someone else who's dealing with that, so maybe you can go ahead and give them advice or tell them to check this movie out. So it's your boy Ange, appreciate y'all again. Violet Flame, make sure y'all all go ahead, check that out. It's on all platforms. Make sure you guys add it to a playlist on Spotify. I really would greatly appreciate that. Again, make sure you guys go to youngange.com, put it right here for y'all. It's your boy Ange. I will see y'all soon. Peace.
It's sweeter than the cocoa, sweeter than that cocoa. Na 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 na.